So the Canadian men had a great day today at the relay in Gällivare, Sweden. They placed fifth, matching their best ever result, which they attained in Liberec in 2009 at the Nordic World Championships. And we're going to catch up with Alex Harvey, who is the anchor and was in the mix for the final podium spot and ended up fifth. So we'll see if Alex is around and can chat with us.
Hello.
Hey, bonjour. Benjamin here. How are you?
I'm good, you?
Everything's good. So pretty solid day for the team today.
Yeah, it's tied our best ever result in the relay, so we're really happy about it. Yeah, everybody's happy.
I think, it was great to see Lenny out there as well. His first race of the season, more or less. How was his hand doing?
Oh, his hand was doing good, I think. It's good to see him. We knew he was in good shape, and it's a great course for him, too. A lot of gradual striding, long gliding sections, so it suited him well. So we knew it wasn't much of a risk to start him today without any racing before today. So yeah, everything went well for him. I think I haven't heard him complaining about his hand, so I think things are good.
We're going to chat with him later. He's just going for a massage, so we'll get the story from him directly. But watching you guys out there today. You were in contention, on your leg. You guys caught, I think, the German and the Russian. Were you expecting that would happen?
Oh, yeah, I knew it would happen. It's men's racing and relays, and the guys on the fourth leg, they don't go super hard usually at the beginning. So I knew with Hellner chasing at home with extra motivation, and he was third yesterday, so I knew that if I could follow Hellner, we would bridge that gap fairly fast, and that's what happened. And yeah, I was happy about the way I felt physically. Like I know we were going really fast the first lap and a half, and I was feeling good physically. The legs weren't burning too much, but I was disappointed with my last K and a half. I felt I wasn't aggressive enough, I think, in the last kilometer and a half, and I let a couple of guys go by. And yeah, so I was disappointed about that, but I'm still missing my top gear to be able to really sprint at the end. But just like tactically, I felt like I made a couple of mistakes. So I was disappointed about that.
It looked like you were moving into that position to make a strike at the end. I think you were fourth and fifth, and then all of a sudden you were second behind Hellner, and But then things shifted a little bit towards the end, so it wasn't your best, but still you were in the mix.
Yeah, I was behind Hellner most of the race, and then at the end, the downhills are pretty dangerous, so I knew I had to be near the front, still behind Hellner, or if possible in the front, because it's really hard to pass. Even when you have good skis, it's really turning downhills and you can't pass, so I had to position myself better than that, and I knew I had to, but I don't know, I wasn't aggressive enough, and
yeah,
I just let a couple guys go by. I let Chernusov go by me, the Swiss guy, and then all of a sudden I was trailing in the pack, and I don't think honestly it made much of a difference in the result, because I didn't have much snap in the end. I was missing some speed, but just tactically, I know that I can't make those mistakes in mass starts or in sprints. So I was upset about that. But nothing I can do now. I just have to make sure I don't do those mistakes again.
Exactly. It's the important part is that you can see it, and you have it in your pocket for the next time. So Alex, talk about the fact that they changed the distance from 10 kilometers to 7.5 kilometers. How did that impact on your strategy for the team, and just in general? I'm curious to know how all the people were talking, all the skiers were talking about the change.
Yeah. Well, I'm not sure if it changed the tactic that much, because men's racing, they're in the relay, they kind of take it easy for the first 5K, then go hard for the last 5K. I think now with 7.5, they just take it easy for the first 2.5, and they still go hard for the last 5K. So, I really don't think it makes much of a difference. It's just here in Gällivare, the course of the relay that we use is quite flat, and it's just hard. Had it been 10K, it would have been still a pretty big group, I think, because it's just really hard to. There's no big steep uphills, and it's just long gliding sections, and it's So and plus the way men's races, not like the girls. Guys are skiing more. They like to follow rather than ski side to side. So it's I don't think it changed much. The fact that they made it shorter, it just less boring for less time. The first, instead of having half of each leg being boring, now it's only a third of it. So I think it's better for that.
Yeah, overall, the impression from watching you didn't really have a sense that much changed, but you just wonder if there was some kind of discussion among the teams to decide on a strategy. But it sounds like a simple adjustment.
Yeah, I don't think it changed much. It's the same team up front. Norway won, Sweden was second, Russia. I mean, they're arguably the three best team in the world. So I don't think it changed much in the classification. 2 years ago, the Swiss were fourth in that race. They were fourth again today. So I don't think it's. Yeah, I think 10K or 7.5. I don't think it changed much.
So from the strategy of the team, did things unfold the way you guys kind of planned?
Yeah. I mean, the goal was for Len to stay in touch with the group, and then that's what he did. And then we just in a relay, it's hard to come back on people other than in the last leg because the guys are just taking it pretty easy. But you just need to stay near the front the whole time. It's hard unless you have an heroic day like sometimes Helmstedt used to have in the past or Sodergren. But it's unless you have like an amazing day, it's hard to come back on the 7 or 10 kilometer. It's not much time to come back. So it's you just got to stay in touch, and then so that's what we did today. So tactics went well for us, on that aspect, and everybody was happy with the way our teammates skied, and so that was good.
Sure. So it's great to see the North Americans really, mixing it up. I mean, the U.S. women were on the podium, and the Canadians were fifth. So I mean, the American guys didn't do so well, and the Canadian girls. But still, it's nice to see the North Americans, doing well in the scene. Is there much? Do you feel a presence like that when you're over there?
Yeah, I mean, it was really inspiring to see the American girls medal this morning. I watched it on TV, and it was such gutsy racing from all four of those girls, and especially Diggins at the end. I mean, when we saw her lapping through at 2.5K, I thought she was dead. I mean, she looked like she was, wobbly, and their technique was falling apart, but she just hung in there for second half of the race and had a pretty good sprint at the end too. So it was and those girls, we know how hard they work, and we're around them enough. We're in the same hotel as them right now, and we're around them enough during the year that we know that they really want it bad, and it was really inspiring to see them finally get a podium in the team event. It's the most it's the most fun event in medal. So we got excited about that, and we feel like we're contenders too for podium, even though it didn't happen today. But we really feel like we have a good shot at getting a medal in the relay, and we're trying to we're giving it our best. And today, I mean, I think none of us can say we're in our top shape physically. I mean, yesterday the American girls were really good all individually. For us, yesterday wasn't so good, but we were able to put it together for a relay. So I think it could be good when all four of us are having good individual races. Then it'll be game on for the relay. So we're hoping that we can do a bit better at World Champs.
Absolutely, no. There's no question. We see it. Like you said, everybody's not in the best shape right now. It's coming. So to have fifth in that situation, it's a nice brick in the wall.
It is, because I mean,
for sure.
It is for sure.
So what's the deal now? When do you guys head to Kuusamo?
We're traveling tomorrow morning to Kuusamo, so we're just spending another night in Gällivare, and then going to Kuusamo in the morning.
Cool. All right, Alex. Well, listen, thanks for spending time. We really appreciate it. Congratulations on a great race, and And
Thanks.
we look forward to talking to you next weekend.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, all the best.